This is Module 2, Lesson 10, where we're going to talk about exterior angles and triangles. Now, we've been using informal arguments to establish facts about the measurements of angles and triangles. Now we're going to deal with the exterior angles and triangles. And in this particular lesson, we're going to find the exterior angle measures in triangles. Okay? Now, first, let's talk about what an exterior angle is. This is in your workbook, page 149. If we're looking at a triangle and you extend the lines on the edges, okay, like if you extend the sides, see how these have been extended? What you create are exterior angles, angles on the outside of the triangle. Okay, we've been dealing with interior angles so far. Now we're going to talk about the exterior angles. Here is an exterior angle. The key here is that for each exterior angles, there are two remote interior angles. Remote means away from. Like if you're holding a remote towards the TV, the remote doesn't touch the TV. Okay, so in this case, the angles that are remote interior would be inside the triangle, but not touching this angle. Down here it asks us, name an exterior angle and a related remote interior. If we talk about angle QZR, and remember when you're talking about an angle, the Z is like the elbow, it's where you bend, and this is a road map from Q to Z to R. Angle QZR, this exterior angle, has two remote interior angles for it. That would be angle X and Y. See how angle X and Y don't touch this angle? Z is the only one that touches it. It's not a remote interior. So for the exterior angle QZR, this angle here, your two remote interiors are X and Y. Okay? Now let's look at another exterior angle. 2 asks us to find a second exterior angle. All right? We'll find another one that's an exterior angle, not that one, but a different one. How about this one? Okay, that would be angle, we could call it QYP. QYP. Okay, now what would be the two remote interior angles to it? The two that do not touch it. That would be angle Z and X. See how they do not touch this angle? Okay, that would be angle X and angle Z. Angle Z and angle X. Order doesn't matter there. Okay, now let's try one more. They've got one more exterior angle. I'm going to ask you for that on 3. And the third exterior angle, let's see, is this one right here. Angle RXP or RXY. Okay, that's your exterior angle. How about your two remote interiors, the two that don't touch it? Well, X touches it. So we're talking about Z and Y that are the remote interiors to it. Okay? Now, I need you to turn to page 155 because I want to show you the rule that deals with exterior angles and remote interior angles. On page 155, it shows us the angle we were talking about just a minute ago, just different letters here. And what it tells us is that the measure of the exterior angle, like this angle here, is equal to the sum of the two remote interiors. If I'm talking about this angle, and I will call this angle Y, the measure of angle Y would be equal to the measure of angle A plus the measure of angle B. Angle A plus angle B. Here, if you've got X, let's say you've got X, it would be equal to the measure of angle B plus the measure of angle C. Those would be your two remote interior angles to it. Now, what we're going to be using in the problems we're about to do are 3 things that we've dealt with angles on before. The sum of angles and triangles is equal to 180. In this case, angle A plus angle B plus angle C is 180. If you've got a straight angle, then these two angles would be supplementary. They would add up to 180. So the measure of angle D plus the measure of angle E is 180. That's the second thing we might deal with. And the third thing we might deal with on these triangles are that the measure of the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two remote interior angles. Here that would be angle F is equal to the sum of angle G and H, the two remote interiors. Okay. That being the case, I want you to turn to page 150 in your workbook, And we're going to try a problem here. I'm going to use this one to show you how this works. One of the things we just learned that is that our exterior angle, its measure of your exterior angle is equal to the sum of your two remote interiors, right? The sum of the two remote interior angles, okay? In other words, in this case, if I am looking for angle X, if I add together the two remote interior angles, that should give me my answer. X would be equal to 30 plus 14, which is 44. Now, there are other ways we could do this. Let's say that we didn't know how to handle these remote interior angles, okay? And we're looking for the measure of this angle right here. There is another way to get there. I could say, okay, well, you know, I've got a straight angle here. And that straight angle has supplementary angles, two angles that add up to 180, right? Okay. Well, if I can get this angle, then I can get this one. The three angles in a triangle add up to 180, right? To get this angle, couldn't I add up these two, subtract from 180 and get that one? Yeah, 30 plus 14 equals 44, okay? These two add up to 44, so to get that one, I could say 180 minus 44, okay? And if you use your calculator, 180 minus 44, let's see what that would give you. 180 minus 44 would give you 136. Okay, so this angle here is 136. How can I find this angle? These two add up to 180, so I could simply say 180 minus 136 and would get me back to 44. Well, I got to 44 simply by adding up these two remote interior angles before, didn't I? I can either use both the fact that these three angles add up to 180 because they're a triangle, and these two angles add up to 180 because they form a straight angle, they're supplementary. Or I could just simply say the measure of the exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two remote interiors. Let's try example 2 down here. Okay. Here's the angle I'm looking for the measure of right here. This exterior angle. That exterior angle is going to be equal to the sum of the two remote interiors. See, these do not touch that, and they're on the inside. They're the remote interior angles. So X is equal to 44 plus 32. If you add those two, you get 76. X is equal to 76 degrees. Okay, simple enough. That's how to find the measure of angle X there. Let's look at page 151 at number 3. Okay, I'm looking for this angle here, X. Do I have the two remote interiors? I don't, because I don't have this angle, do I? But I've got this one. Don't these two angles form a linear pair, form a line, form a straight angle? A straight angle is equal to 180. So if these two angles have to add up to 180, couldn't I simply say 180 minus 121? Put that in your calculator and you would get 59 degrees. If you want to check yourself to see if it's right, add up 121 and 59 and see if they give you 180. Because right there you've got a straight angle. And then let's look at number 4 here, okay? They've given us the angle. They've given us the exterior angle. What they didn't give us was one of the remote interior angles, okay? So I got to find this remote interior angle. Let's think about what we know. We know if I add up the two remote interiors, it will give me the value of the exterior angle, right? So 45 plus x equals 129, doesn't it? I can call this one x if I want to. It was called x. How would I get to x? Wouldn't I subtract 45 on both sides? X would be equal to, and in your calculator, 129 minus 45. 129 minus 45 would give you 84, okay? That means this angle is 84. How can we check to see if that's right? Don't these two have to add up to give me this one, since these are the two remote interiors and that's the exterior? 45 plus 84 gives you 129, and it works, okay? Workbook page 152, we're going to try a few of these. Here's my angle, it's an exterior angle. I've got my two remote interiors, the two that don't touch it. So to find the value of x, all I have to do is add up the two remote interiors. 89 plus 28, put that in your calculator. 89 plus 28 would give you 117, okay? That's 117 degrees. Find the measure of angle x. I need this angle here. Okay. These are the two remote interiors. This is the exterior. I know that the sum of the two remote interiors, the ones that don't touch this, will be equal to the measure of the exterior. So x is equal to 59 plus 52. If I add those together, I get 111. Okay, so the measure of this angle is 111. Okay. Let's go to page 153, number 7. I'm looking for this angle here. Do I have the two remote interiors? No, I don't have this one. I'm missing that one. But what I do see is these two form a line, right? They form a straight angle, so they're supplementary. These two would add up to 180. In other words, 79 plus x is 180, right? Well, all you got to do is say 80 minus 79, okay? And you get 101. This angle is 101 degrees. How can I tell if that's right? Add 101 plus 79, and you will get 180. Now let's try number 8 on that page. I'm looking for this exterior angle here. If I'm looking for the exterior angle, it's equal to the sum of the two remote interiors. See how these don't touch that one? So 74 plus 71 would give me 145. The measure of this angle is 145 degrees. Now let's look at number 9 down here. Let's see, I am looking for this exterior angle. The exterior angle is equal to the sum of the two remote interiors. See how these two angles don't touch that one? So if I add up the two remote interiors, I get 139. That's the measure of the exterior angle. And then on page 154, I've got the exterior angle. Do I have the two remote interiors? I'm missing this one. I don't have anything here to help me. What I do know is that these two angles add up to give me this one, right? 81 plus x would give me 156. How do I get to just the x? How do I get to just this x? I could subtract 81 from each side. X then would be equal to 156 minus 81. 156 minus 81 would give me 75. That is 75 degrees. X is 75 degrees here. Is that right? Add 75 and 81 and see if it gets me 156. And it does. Okay. Now, in your workbook, page 161, I'm looking for this exterior angle. I have the two remote interiors. The sum of the two remote interiors will give me the exterior angle. That's 39, so this angle is 39 degrees. On 2, find the measure of the angle X. It's an exterior angle. These are both the two remote interiors because they don't touch this one and they're there on the inside. So the sum of those two remote interiors will give me the exterior angle. That gives me 96. The measure of this angle is 96 degrees. Okay? Find the measure of angle X. Here's my exterior angle. It's 76. They gave me the exterior this time. I'm looking for one of the remote interiors. I know this exterior is equal to the sum of the two remote interiors. X plus 25 equals 76, right? So if that's the case, to get to this, all I got to do is subtract 25 from both sides. X would be equal to, let's see, 51, right? How do I check to see if this is right? See if these two add up to give me this exterior angle. 76. Yes, it does. Okay. Page 162. If I'm looking for the exterior angle here, I have the two remote interiors. I would simply add them up. 52 plus 27 would give me 79. The measure of this exterior angle is 79 degrees. I'm looking for this angle here, X. I've got the exterior angle. I don't have the two remote interiors. But I do have a straight angle here, don't I, with the value. I know these two add up to 180. So I can simply say 180 minus 104 would be equal to 76. This angle would be 76. Add them together, 76 and 104. Do they give you 180? Yes, they do. Another way to do this, guys, could be to say X plus 104 is equal to 180, all right? And then you can see on both sides you're needing to subtract 104, and X is equal to 76, okay? Find the measure of angle X. Angle X is an exterior angle, so it's equal to the sum of the two remote interiors. 53 plus 52 is equal to X. That's 105 is equal to X. All right, so this is a 105-degree angle. They're looking for the measure of this angle X. This is an exterior angle, so it's equal to the sum of these two. X would be equal to 48 plus 83. You've got a calculator, so you add 48 and 83 to get your answer. And you've got 131. X is equal to 131. This is a 131-degree angle. Find the measure of angle X here. Okay, this is an exterior angle. These are two remote interiors because they don't touch it. So X is equal to 100 plus 26. This angle is equal to 126 degrees. And then find the measure of angle X here. I've got the remote exterior angle. I don't have anything here where you'd form a line, but I have I've got the exterior angle. I have the two remote interiors. I've got one here and I don't know this one. What I do know is if I add up the two remote interiors, it gives me the exterior. So how can I get to X? I can subtract 47 on both sides. X is equal to 126 minus 47. And that's 79. X is 79 degrees. Okay? That one's 79. How can I check? Add those two together to see if they give me 126. Okay, that covers all of those. I want to go back and review something really quick. Okay, I think that covers everything in here. Guys, that covers everything on our how to find an exterior angle given two remote interiors.